want me, come get me. If you want me, come get me and treat me right. If not, in about 6 months, I'm about to go to the white side of the room. Where are the good black men?
Tough for black men and black women to just love each other and love each other genuinely. And
I keep telling you, haphazard thinking ass. I don't care about you calling me a pick me because I am a pick me, and I'm a chosen one as well.
I heard
Meanwhile,
that.
you're a skip me and you're mad about it.
Black men to the front of the room, black men to the front of the room. If you want me, come get me. If you want me, come get me and treat me right. If not, in about 6 months, I'm about to go to the white side of the room. Yeah.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Never been with a white man in my life, but all my life I had to fight. All my life I had to fight, and I want to be babied and loved and taken care of, and y'all just not doing that. Y'all just not doing that. And don't tell me it's the ones that I pick. I pick the nice ones. I pick the nice ones, but they're nice and soft, and they're not available. They're complacent. So, where are the good black men?
The wild thing, I'll tell you, ladies, it's not wild actually. What it takes a lot of times for a man to baby a woman. I'm not talking about guys in the West that get women to say, I'm going to take care of you because I know you're going to fall in line. I'm not talking about those guys. I'm talking about regular guys, right? For the woman to show they're going to baby them, not baby, but treat them like they're a lady and also treat them like a man should be treated, right? If you did that for a man, most likely a man's going to baby you. I didn't really baby someone, to tell you the truth, until I came to the Philippines. What did she do, though, to get me to do that? You guys already know. I think I need to start showing it pretty soon. But you guys already seen it from more people than me. It's just going to be like, Jay, we seen this already. We know what it is, homeboy. Show us more. So that's what I'm going to do. But stay tuned, guys. I'm going to show more of my life, what I do every day, coming soon.
my boyfriend, taking a walk with my dog, and I just realized, of course, us walking past a group of black men, they act the same. They all circle around, pumped up like thugs, sitting on a corner, staring, looking, eating and smoking. And my thing is, come here, King. My thing is, why do a lot of black men always be like, yeah, y'all being racist, or yeah, white people always want to treat us like we're all the same? But why do all you just act the same? That's one thing I did realize. They act the same. It's like you just act according to like a book. Yeah, you go ahead and
Whatever it is.
What do you mean all black men act the same? I'll be honest. I lived that kind of lifestyle when I was young, drinking 40s on the corner. But as you get older, you put away childish things. Now, these may be young guys, but that's not all black men. Hold up. I got to show you guys this. I took a look at the comments. Take a look at this. For real, though. Standing outside being bums, terrorizing the community. Of course, she hearted it. Look what the next one says. They're under these comments upset, right? So now, I got to show you guys this because this guy, who's not a guy that stands on the corner, came in with some sense. Take a look. He said, is that really a black thing or a hood thing? My sentiments exactly. I'm thinking the same thing. The girl under it says girl. The girl under that says it's a black man thing. How do you figure? All black men are in the hood? Like guys have jobs, trying to get careers. There's guys living in the suburbs, living even in cities, but still are not hood. There's guys living in the hood that are not hood. But what if we say wearing wigs and eyelashes, etc., is a black woman thing? Then we wrong. What are you even talking about? What do you mean what he's talking about? He's talking about this here. This is why no one takes black men seriously. This man's arguing with someone who doesn't have common sense. He brought up the same thing you're doing, where you're pinning every black man in one category when it's not true. And he said, what if we say wearing wigs and eyelashes is a black woman thing? He said, what are you even talking about? This is why no one takes black men seriously. Y'all bring up irrelevant. She's serious, hood girl. Y'all bring up irrelevant and compete with black women instead of other men because y'all are weak in comparison. How embarrassing for you. People take us serious in our face, and you know that. So, yeah, we talking about people quick to call us violent, but say they can't take us serious. Pick one, and nobody in competition with you. You older than me, and the black. What you make you think you're competing with? You. But the first comment, the man is right. Is that really a black thing or a hood thing? It's a hood thing. It makes guys, it makes no sense arguing with him. Seriously. This is a nightmare.
I feel like black women can never be good enough for black men. Y'all say y'all want natural women, but we wear our hair natural, and it's really if you're natural and you have a curly hair pattern that y'all like, not if you're natural and you have a 4C. Y'all say y'all don't like makeup, but then y'all get the girls who wear makeup. It's just so confusing to us, and I feel like usually the men are supposed to be the head, right? So if the man is the head, then y'all are leading the conversation, and y'all are leading the trend of why we dress and do the things that we do, because ultimately it's to get a man, right? I mean, usually, not for all women, but for most women, is to get a man. So we're going to do what's going to attract you. I mean, it's just basic nature. Like if you look at the animals and all that, they do what's
No. Because I'll tell you right now, guys don't like nose rings, but you still have one anyway. Guys have said they don't like weaves. You have some guys that like weaves. One guy doesn't make all guys. One guy likes it, one guy doesn't. Like, what's so confusing? Shit, I'm at a loss for words. Look at the last lady. The man said truth, and she denied him, and made it seem like he was bugging out when it was her. And she's doing the same thing. Let me let her finish though.
what's going to attract their mate. So we do the same thing. So I'm just curious, like, why does it seem like it's so tough for black men and black women to just love each other and love each other genuinely and not have all these stipulations that we put on one another that we don't put on other races when we date outside of our own race? So it's no hate, it's just really the question, and I'm just sick of the hate that we spew against
Why did you say when we date outside of our own race? Interesting.
each other when we should just be loving one another. And it's nothing wrong if you feel like you want to date outside of your race. I'm just saying, when you date outside of your race, why do you have to hate black women so bad?
No.
Why do you have to feel like you have to put this other race over black women and make it feel like they're better, and that's why you chose that was the better option, when that's just not the case?
You know what happens with a lot of guys, right? I showed it, like the video where I reacted to what Anton Daniels said, right? And the one woman in the video, she was on his staff. She said, "Yeah, they don't see them as hood. We know the other side." And the guy said, "What do black women know?" And she stated, "What black women know." That builds up a lot of animosity, because there are a lot of guys like that in the hood. Seriously. Is it right? No, it's not right. But is it wrong? I can't necessarily say no. What is going to happen if a man is put up against Tyrone or Pookie all the time? He's going to start shunning you for it. What do you expect? Not every guy can be hood. Most of the hood guys do what? They go where?
Women are women regardless of the color. We all have the same traits for the most part. It doesn't matter if it's black, white, Asian, Mexican, Indian, whatever you choose. Women are going to be women.
So she says that. Let me show you guys what happened in the comments right after she posted this. White Zaddy came to save her. You are so beautiful. Heart. Thank you, William.
He was loving the attention.
3 heart emojis. You are welcome. I love this. She loves it, right? You are welcome with 3 hearts. That's how easy it is. Got her. That easy. Got her. Like, say if I was still smashing girls and I could have came in the comments. Yeah, they just hating. You know you beautiful. Hearts. Got her. But because it was him, White Zaddy, even easier. And look, the one like, you know who like that. The one heart, you know who harder that.
All men should start off in jail. For real. Like,
my sister in Christ, tell me what that would accomplish. What would making men start off in jail accomplish exactly? How does putting a newborn baby in a place where some of the worst people on the face of the earth reside, how does that help that child?
Yeah.
What I truly would want her to do is think about how often do people come out of jail and they're better people? How often? I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but how often does it happen? Because if your separation is that you had a situation with a man and he did something that you did not like, I'm truly trying to understand how the two correlate. How does what he did to you equate to all men must start in a heinous place like that? I swear, some of y'all get on this fucking internet and just say anything. Like, it makes no... That's like me saying, hey, you know what? I think all women should start off in the psych ward. Simply because I had a crazy ex that was a stalker and she did some wild shit. That is stupid. Not all women behave like that.
Exactly.
But you know what? When it's all said and done, I'm not really mad at her. I can't have expectations for everybody. There's just certain people that just can't produce, or they can't think at a high functioning level. So they just say the first thing that come to mind, even if it makes sense or not. It's unfortunate, but this is the world we live in. So whether or not she has an IQ of a bean burrito really doesn't change the fact that she's always going to think like this. So the best thing we could do is just stay clear away of these type of people. Yeah, keep the change.
As he said. But you know, I want a good black man. Are black men still interested in a black woman? Another girl walking around with a white man. Look at these black men on the corner. Look what they're doing. And they say black men are doing that. Never ever. Of course, my wife edits my videos, right? She does. But when I first came to the Philippines, I said nothing about black women. She was shocked. How many times have I said that? She was shocked when she seen all the videos. She said, I had no idea it was that bad. She couldn't believe it. She was taken aback. Whoa. And she still sometimes like, whoa. That one hit me. She's ducking and dodging. Because some of the things y'all say. All black men should start off in jail. Man. Now, I wasn't in jail long term, but I went there for a little bit. And the kind of jail I went to Rikers Island. I don't think all black men should start off, especially like in Rikers Island. Whoa. I'm talking about animals, the worst in New York. It's not in upstate, it's in Rikers Island. All men should start there? Crazy. I like this next girl here.
The reason why people are irritated with black women, because we sit up in conversations, we call each other bitches all the time. You listen to music with other black women who refer to themselves and other black women as bitches. You call yourself a bad bitch, but the moment you being criticized and someone refers to you as a bitch, you want to get mad. Bitch, please. Okay. Number 2, I keep telling you, haphazard thinking assholes. I don't care about you calling me a pick me because I am a pick me, and I'm a chosen one as well.
I heard
Meanwhile,
that.
you're a skip me and you're mad about it.
Woo! She said I'm a chosen one. That means she got him, man. You're a skip me, and you're mad about it. She calling girls skip me's. That's what guys are doing. Men are choosing peace. They're saying we're done. But they're saying we're all the good black men. They're done. She's saying why.
Secondly, thirdly, whatever number we on, sweetheart, this is why I hate that hoodoo has gotten mainstream, because y'all bitches really think you hold power. Black women start putting men in jars. And what is that supposed to do? What spirit is actually moving on your behalf? Be real. Wow. Your spirits are dormant. Okay, they're simple-minded like you. Ain't nobody about to move on your behalf. You're talking about a damn jar. Like you hold some sort of spiritual wealth. You don't. You don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't have got your happy behind online and you wouldn't have said that craziness, okay? No one cares about your hurt feelings. At the end of the day, black men are going to be protected by black women. And if that means we have to cut off every black woman in the way of it, it will be done. Be mad, sis. I'm going to pick me, big pick me, big pick me, big pick me. Stay mad about it.
Stay mad about it. I heard that. She not playing with y'all. There's some out there that are upset. Highly upset. Why? Black fatigue is a thing. It is. It's a thing. I have black fatigue. I'm tired of seeing it. People like her are tired of seeing it. And a lot of it is with the bashing of black men. Like what black men say about the ladies, a lot of it is true. That's what she said just now. Look at the woman in the video walking with the white guy, saying, look at these black guys on the corners. That's not all black men. And then the next woman, same thing. Next woman, same thing. Talking like it's all black men. The mental, even she's talking against that. The last lady, she's tired of hearing it. Because we're put down here. They put us all in that Pookie category. That's sad. The guy that broke their heart. The guy they want. We're all him. And you understand what black men have done?
Angry and bitter at black women for so long, all right? And I have a whole historical trope about this. Okay, so I told y'all I was gonna come on here and talk about black men's dislike, discontent, disdain for black women and why they are flat out mad at us. Now, you're probably like, well, what makes you qualified to talk about this? Well, I have studied black people and the black diaspora with all of my college dollars, and I also have a master's degree from one of the top radio, television, and film schools in this country that I went to on scholarship. Let's move on, babes. Now, the short answer to this is that black men became economically irrelevant to black women, which eventually led to the rebellion of the leadership of the black men. Now for the longer answer. So statistics tell us that black women have some of the lowest rates of marriage. However, it was not always that way. Even if you go back into slavery times, black people were sneaking off to get married, and even up into the early 1900s, black women had higher rates of marriage over their clear counterparts before the social engineering of the welfare state. And you're probably like, well, what is the social engineering of the welfare state? Well, prior to the social engineering of the welfare state, black people had 78% dual household, mother and father in the house, and these two people were married. 78%. Under the social engineering of the welfare state, i.e. aid, welfare, subsidized programs for housing and things of that nature, the government required that a male could not be living in the house in order for that family to receive aid or public assistance. And this just wasn't written in fine print. There were actual pop-up audits, like a Section 8 inspection that we have currently to this day, that government inspectors would come out and look for traces of a male in the house. And if they found any shoes, any shirts or clothes or anything like that, you were cut off from that public assistance. If you need proof of this, watch the movie Claudine. They just keep on saying. This is right simultaneously in alignment with Nixon's war on drugs, which took the U.S. prison system from 300,000 people incarcerated to 2.3 million people incarcerated, and 2/3 of those people were people of color. So there you have black men being removed from the home. Then you have a war on drugs, which is disproportionately incarcerating black males in particular. And now what do black women have to do? Make it work and figure it out. Then that births a generation of struggling mothers teaching their daughters to go to school, get a degree, and don't depend on a man for nothing. Like and follow for part 2, where we will talk about the black male athlete, the birth of the hip hop generation, the over-sexualization of black women, and how we went from this to that.
Yeah, I won't lie. That's why a lot of black men are mad. Black men know that happened. I talked about it before. That's what happened, and we sat there and watched it. It ruined the black community, and they targeted the black lady to do it. They used black men by bringing in drugs. They brought in, the drugs, and they took the woman and said, "Okay, we're gonna give you this money. You can't have a man in the home." That's wild, right? It's like they knew already. These people study things. They know a father plays an important role in the house. So they said, get the black man out of the home by offering something. Same thing they did in Rome. Welfare. They gave the people welfare to keep the people relying on the system. Then the system turned against them. And nowadays, what happened? Trump is in office. Now DEI is out. Who's being hurt? Black women. They exchanged hands with the system. They shook hands with the devil. Now the devil is there to stab them in the back because black men weren't affected. The jobs weren't affected. And that's exactly why I keep my prices for my program around $100 to show black men you don't need college to get ahead. It's sad though, but it's true. Twerking in the store. Look at the other side of the store.
Okay. To be embarrassed. Okay. Yeah, we're done here. Damn it, somebody's got to say it. This is nothing more than animalistic behavior. Simple as that. This is not a personal slight, a personal attack. This is not to do with race specifically, but that sort of behavior right there is nothing short of what the gorillas, the baboons, and the damn chimpanzees do. As a matter of fact, they may have a little more demure and decorum about themselves. They may have a little more sophistication than whatever the hell that is right there. Now,
they do. I watch. My wife knows. I watch. What do you call it? Animal Planet, National Geographic, things like that all the time. They have more sense than that. They do.
Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I am sick and tired of all this twerking nonsense. What happened to not having to show your ass every 5 seconds? Ladies specifically right now, I got a question for you. Why was this not okay? Why was this not okay? Here. Why was taking pictures like this, videos like this, why was intellect not okay? Why was your character not enough? Why do we have to go from this to this? Why do we have to go from this? This is what even, okay, you want to show a little back? There's a little back for you. But now it's this. Now it's this. And the crazy part is, as these pictures pop up, you're not even thinking to yourself, oh my God, I've never seen anything like that before. No, you're thinking to yourself, yep, just a regular old day on social media. What happened to this? What happened to them? What happened to being okay with who you actually are? That's who she actually is. She ain't got enough.
We know what happened. The last lady talked about it. The father was taken out of the home. They bit the bullet. They brought drugs in the community all at the same time.
Enough makeup to bake a 7-layer cake. She ain't got the caterpillar eyelashes on. She blinks too hard, she might float off. Okay, she got the straightened hair. You know, that was going on then. You had some sisters with the natural, and some are bringing the natural back. But what happened to being who you were? What happened to your individuality? What happened to being human first?
Those days are over.
As opposed to being a literal.
Yeah. It's bad, but this is why guys no longer want to be bothered. They're done. The men are choosing peace. And you can see, especially from the last few videos, why men are choosing this route. Because men realize it's definitely more to life than dealing with a woman like that.